We talking about some motherfucking fireballs today. You feel me? Out here with the fireballs, you feel me? Ryu. I'm a master, yeah. Fucking, so, I know a little bit about how to play Ryu, and he's not a super duper easy character to play at all, by any stretch of the imagination, you know? So how to throw fireballs, right? It's the most important part in Ryu's kit that just kind of. Oh no, I'm getting requests. Anyways, I'll turn this off. No. Okay. It's in my opinion, is the most rewarding thing about Ryu, right? So. All right. Alright, so some things we should know about fireballs is they're hella fucking punishable. 47 total frames. The game runs 60 frames a second. So that's that's almost a full second, right? To react to something like that. You can also see when his hands go back. Kamehameha, you feel me? Right in his back. So you can see that. So it's very reactable. So people can get jumping attacks on you. So, quick example. Yeah, big dead. So, fireballs are ouchie. They can hurt a lot. So another thing about fireball that's cool is that when you block them, they give really good pushback. That's pretty good. That's far, right? So, things we don't like about fireballs is parry. We don't like parry. Parry against fireballs is no fun. So we'll actually make him throw a fireball and then we'll parry it. It reduces the pushback of your fireballs. So like that, I'll block a normal one. Look at that pushback. Now I'll block a parry. See that? So parrying lets them, they're able to take space with parrying, especially if they get a perfect parry, or then you can immediately act. So it's rough for us out there. So what else about fireballs? But they are good about they are good for one thing. They're good for making people want to jump. That is one thing. Fireballs are really good at making people want to jump. So I will share a very super duper super secret fireball pattern with you guys, right? It is it's super high tech shit here, right? It's fireball, it's heavy fireball, it's a light fireball, right? The reason you want to do that is because sometimes the fast one is hard to it's easier to react to because most people throw it, so people anticipate you throwing the same speed again. So throwing a light one right after it can really mess up people's parry timings. But anyways, one of the issues with throwing fireballs is that people can jump straight in on you and they don't want to, right? So how we deal with that is we use our common fireball pattern against them, right? So instead of throwing R2 like how we would normally when we think they're going to stay on the ground, because we would only throw those fireballs when we think they're going to stay on the ground, because 47 total frames, jump in, you die instantly in this game. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of just hard to throw fireballs sometimes. So, but you want to throw fireballs still, to encourage people to jump. And I'll show you why, right? Do that. Not like that. Like this. Bam. Look at that. And then instant offense. You know what I'm saying? Then the game starts for me, right? So again, look at that. Instant offense. I'm in there again. Okay. What else? Let's see what else we can do. Right? Right there. I'm right there. You understand? Like, the offense is there. You know what I mean? I can get something like that too. Hold on. Let's see. That would have been super. That would have been crazy. You know what I'm saying? So, That's what we want, right? We want people to do that, right? And we can get rewarded for people jumping over the fireball. So that's our goal, is we want them to jump over fireball, because they get some incentives to it, right? Because fireball's annoying. It's like a long range poke, so you think of it as a poke, right? So I say that because, for example, let's get a button here. That's fine. Whatever. For example, oh, the role model. Here we go. We'll do that. Sure. So instead of that, you do this, right? Okay. So fireballs. We want to throw them in a good range, right? We don't want to throw. We want to throw them in a good range, right? So because up close, they're punishable. The heavy one is punishable. I believe it's -9 up close. Let's see. -9. Medium is -7. And light is -5. EX is -1. So it's like, you want to throw them at a range you can't be punished at. So further ranges are better. So the further the better, right? So the idea is to throw fireballs in ranges where people also would want to put like buttons on you to keep you out from getting in their space. So like, for example, like crouch medium kick, right? If I'm in this range, I'm getting clipped. Yeah, if I'm in that range, I'm getting clipped, and it's DRC into like mix up in death, right? So we don't want that. We don't want that. So when we're throwing fireballs, we throw another fireball. We can punish counter too, and sometimes those punish counters, they net us situations where we can get like more. So let's see if I can create it real quick. Like that. There we go. Okay. Okay. Let's see if I can get it. Oh, I can definitely get that. Oh. And you might get yourself something like that, right? You know, and that's just like, that's like the plus of it, right? Because the real use of it is more of a threat than anything else. It's more of a threat than anything else. Because you don't get a lot from just throwing fireballs in general. So we can look at the damage it does. It's like none. So it does very low chip to your drive, right? So that's like a fifth maybe. Yeah, that's like a fifth. I think that's a fifth. So hold on, let me see. Let's double check. One, oh, bitch. 1, 2, oh. Wow, that's like 4. I'll give it a solid 25%. We'll give it a 25%. So they take 25% of their drive from a fireball. That's not terrible. That's way better than I thought it was. So they take some drive for that fireball. It's okay damage, but it's not better than that, which is like 50%. You know what I'm saying? So it's 2 of them bitches, right? It's really just 2 of them bitches, right? Oh, let me stop this guy from. It's really just 2 of them bitches. I'm pretty sure. What the fuck? Yeah. Yeah, it's 2 of them bitches. So, yeah. So that's not bad. And then let's see what damage we get here. Damage. 600 damage. Damage is not super good. Counter hit. Let's see. 720. And counter hit damage is the same for punished counter. So it's like whatever, you know. So, yeah. So like it's really primarily only used for the threat. So like easy game plan to take into ranked is you keep distance, right, and you throw one fireball. The first round, one fireball. That's it. You throw it from a safe range, like out here and back, and you just do that. And then you just see when they like to jump, and that's it. You throw one fireball to let them know that you're willing to throw a fireball. It will be in their head, and they'll think about jumping. So when they think about jumping and they jump, do not drive impact. That is not. That's not, no. Don't do that. Do this. DP the fuck out of them. Yep. And because you know what happens when it's time. It's time. It's time. You know what I mean? Because it's in there. You be in there, and it's hard for them because it's like Street Fighter 6. Dude. It's like one shimmy and like it's over. Fucking 8 throw loops later, you guessed wrong 8 times in a row. It's over. You know what I'm saying? And the one time you guess right, I mean, you're playing against Ryu. He likes to play in the neutral and everything like that because he wants you to fight his fireball. So, yeah. So that's your first game plan. Round one fireball. Throw that fireball. Wait for them to jump. Just be ready to DP, right? And when they do that, run your offense until they lose, right? So, round 2, this is when we get more freedom with our fireballs, especially if we wander around. It's like we get a little loose, throw more fireballs from range and everything like that. Get them really thinking about it and stuff, and then, so I say so. Throw 3, right? Let's throw a pattern. Let's throw a heavy and a light like that. Bam. Like, you know, in a similar spot to you were before, a safe spot. Throw a light just back to back. You know what I'm saying? Back to back. And see what they do. You know what I'm saying? They can jump. They can out jump. But you got to realize that they could just jump too. So it's like you got to know what you're giving up when you're doing stuff. Right? So they can jump too, but like if you're at a safe range, like right here, they not gonna hit you. But if you're in here, they gonna hit you, right? So that's really just what it is. So that's your round 2, right? In your final round, say you lose this round, and it's final round, right? So I don't, depending who I'm fighting, right? I don't throw a lot of fireballs final round usually, because people have their level 3s, and folks are pretty good at punishing me at using those, so I respect it sometimes. But this is when I try to get my own jump ins, right? Because that's if they're thinking about your fireball and your footsies and everything like that, it's like that's your time to get in and get aggressive, you know, maybe get a win off. So that's an easy fucking game plan. If I can run that shit, give it a try, figure it out. If I can get in there, Hadouken, throw them hoes, you know what I'm saying? Just get them off so you can have so you can start thinking of more places you can use them. It's like, because they're best from like this range and out, right? And sometimes you can get away with like stuff up here in this range, right? As like, because it has like infinite range, right? It's always max range, right? Kind of, I don't know how to put it, but you can always use that in neutral as well. It's 12 frames. It's quick. It's 600 damage. If it can sometimes just work out. So sometimes it's worth it to do it in those ranges, but you gotta figure out what it is, right? And what you're trying to do, right? Because it really just depends on how you like to play this character. Because I feel like he has a lot of freedom for real. Because I like Andy Walker and Paladin's Ryu's very active, aggressive. But Daigo's Ryu's way more fireballs. Way more. But get out there, see what you can do, you know what I mean?